Good morning, traders. Welcome here on YouTube to our copy trading session here on the XM channel. And I welcome you. My name is Frank, and I'm having the pleasure to go with you through here. Some content about copy trading. So maybe let's clarify a few things first. So, what's copy trading about? Actually, copy trading means like that you are having a trading account at XM Global, and you are actually having here like an investor's account, for example, right? So that means that this investor account, with that investor account, you can actually copy strategies on your trading account. And how this is going and how we will be doing this is I would like to show you this hour, or in the next minutes, not this hour, but in the next minutes actually. So you see here, there is already a little bit of money around. So we are giving some money on the investor account, and then we are attaching a trading strategy from someone who we believe that is trading successfully, and we can participate on the profits from this trader actually. And the first question is, okay, how do I find this strategy and how do I decide for the strategy? And we did already some pre-work earlier this month, and when we were together and we were looking at different kind of strategies, we were putting it on our watch list. And I will be quickly going through with you that again, so that we have having a kind of a refreshing how to do that. Then we are preparing and looking which strategy we would like to copy. And we are looking account what kind of minimum invest we have to fulfill, how much fees we have to pay the trader who provides the signal. We are filling then our investor account here, pressing the copy button, putting our risk in place, and then we are actually ready to participate. And then in one of our next copy trading sessions, guys, we are looking what did we earn with this already? Or if we earn at all, because trading, it's always two things, right? We can win, we can lose, but we make our selection like as good as we can, and then we're going and investing in a trading strategy here. So first of all, you need to go in your members area. Then you find your accounts, and you find a lot of content here. You find information about funding, copy trading, competitions, and for us, important will be two things today. It will be funding and it will be copy trading. So first of all, let's get into copy trading and finding out in the next 15 minutes around like what kind of strategy we would like to participate in. And then we would like to understand as well, or then we would like to transfer some money on our investor account, and we would like to as well copy this trading strategy. So first things first, we are having to think always one thing. Of course, the guys which are providing the strategies, they earn themselves some fee. They're doing the work, they're doing the strategy setup. It's definitely needed that they are earning something, because what would be their motivation otherwise to provide us with their strategy? But between earning and earning, there's a difference. You can be earning and you can be greedy earning, right? And this is something what you as a trader has to decide what you are willing to spend. Because if you are spending afford like 25% of your like of your profits already, I find it a little bit too much, to be fair. But if you are spending up to 10, maybe, if you find really a good strategy, 15%, I could somewhat still say 15%, I can agree. But everything for me personally, it's only my personal thing, right? For me, everything that is more than 15%, I don't see anymore the need then to do that, because the costs are getting just too much. You have to imagine as well that your account grows with the profits. From the profits, you give a fifth away when you pay 15%, right? Then the guy goes in a drawdown, and the drawdown you get to 100%. And then the cost is already like a little bit critical. So the less cost we have, the better it is. It's as always, right? But let's check it out, from a strategy perspective. Let's check our watch list, what we put here last week. We were putting here in the golden treasure. We were putting in the black gold TI, the Grow Wells, um, Crazy Ducks, T2P Trade Profit. That looks good. Honestly speaking, that looks really good. 15%, but the equity I like. And the equity I like pretty much. Maybe this will be the one. But we will try to find still something else. But let's look for the equity is not too bad here. This equity, I really have to say, it looks not too bad. The minimum investment would be $225. That's okay. Fees 15%. I would wish it's only 10, but you know what is a wish? That's like the wish and reality. And it's mainly traded in gold, I see, and a little bit of forex, when I'm not mistaken. But at the moment, asset allocation is really 100% commodities that we are seeing right now. The only thing is, he's doing also quite some trades. That's quite okay. Um, so let's think about this. Could be definitely something that we're interested in. Okay. So because I like the equity, what I do like on the equity, that we have like really big winners. Then we have like a little bit of a sideward phase, big winner, sideward phase, big winner, sideward phase, and then maybe big winner comes. So this is something I really love. He did in total 436 trades. That's quite that's quite something, to be honest. And he has a hit rate of 58%. But this is only like the small losers. You see that? That's actually interesting. So, and he made his account up on 170% already, which is relatively good. So open trades, we currently have no open position. This would be also quite fine to step in. I like it a lot. When we're looking at the risk profile, it's a risk score of 5. That looks good. The Sharpe ratio 0.42. This also looks pretty nice. And we are having an average profit that is bigger than the average loss. So this is also something I really love. Yeah, so I really like here on this trading time frame. And the maximum drawdown though was 35%. So that means that the open positions will be kept. So I'm not sure if there is fixed stop losses. This we will have to experience then. But it looks like that sometimes the trades are kept and then closed after a while when they run back in profits. This is why I also looked if there is some positions open, because sometimes when they're open positions, they're running in minus, and then you don't see them, of course, in the when they're coming into the in back. But here the investor count is on 12 so far. That looks also pretty amazing. So people find him, and he really did now a good job in collecting like investors. So um and the average loss per trade, $8. It's also quite, from a money perspective, relatively okay and relatively good. So portfolio, this we see already. He traded already in the past as well, US dollar, Aussie dollar, and the top winners he did. Top losers he had on the Aussie dollar. So the biggest loss that we see was $68. This is quite not too little. And the biggest profit that we got is $78. In total, we see here 20 trades. Okay, so let's check if we have some questions here. No. So guys, if you have some questions, please feel free to ask during the session. So, but let's keep it an eye on. So T2P trade profit, we could still see like as a good opportunity. When he did had the last trades, 27th. So it was actually on Friday. So he's trading relatively actively. Um, let's look into the strategies itself. Let's still find a little bit of strategies, maybe find still something interesting so we can here filter, right? So the fees, I would like to have not more than 15%. The minimum investment should not go over, let me say, 250. And the strategy, honestly speaking, and the trading frequency, I don't mind so much if it's many trades or little trades. This is not, I don't mind so much if it's human traded algo or supervised algo. I also don't know. I don't mind so much. So let's find here strategies that are like that. So, and then we have already quite some filtered strategies here that could fit our needs. So we have now, you see the fees are, let me check once more the filter. So we have the fees and the minimum investment on 250, right? Yes, exactly. So you see there's not so many like strategies that are accepting such a low invest. So some usually it's bigger potentially, right? So if I'm releasing this filter here to zero, that it's switched off, we see that we get much more, for example. And you see as well that the percentage fees are also like a topic when traders are usually like want to have more fees like than 15%. So let's go on 250 again and save it. And then we get like here, for example, I'm finding quite interesting as well. This trading strategy, 33% in 1 month, only 13% drawdown. And the equity looks also on the first few relatively good. But let's have a closer look into this one. Maybe this is the one we would like to go with. So $50 minimum investment. And yeah, yeah, the equity looks not too bad, guys. He sometimes has big drawdowns, though. This he has, to be very honest. At least in the last 30 days, he had there quite some drawdowns. He did a big jump to the upside. The drawdowns are looking not too bad. The percentage returns are relatively okay. Wow, 30%, it really looks good. And it's like a supervised algorithm on the Forex area. He has $117,000 collected as investment. I think this is definitely something what we have to put in our favorites, honestly speaking. You know, that the investment is relatively little. We can try it, first of all, with a small amount, getting in there, and then, finding out what's happening. Finding out what's happening. Let's put the $100 in and find out what's happening, right? So let's do that. This is the strategy we want to have. Maybe let's check still another one before we are deciding too fast. Now I just have to filter again here quickly. 15%, 250 max. This we put on our watch list. Here we have 58% drawdown. That's nothing. Here is really great. 5% fee, 13% drawdown, 50 you invest. This is really very attractive, I have to say, guys. Really very, very attractive. Um, the rest is here for me. This would be still attractive from the percentage, but the drawdown is immense. The drawdown is really immense. Let's check it. I mean, the risk is like here. Where was this big drawdowns going on? No, but it also doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it was here in 3 days now. Yeah, there he dropped quite a bit. Maybe it's also the equity, which is like here a problem. Minimum investment 200. So first of all, it costs me 3 times more fees. Second of all, it costs me 4 times more minimum investment. And third of all, it has like 4 times more like drawdown. He has a trade winning rate from 98%, but he has actually, when we're going into the risk area, the average profit is really, really far below the average loss. Scares me a little bit. But this is maybe something we could also still check, honestly speaking, with our strategy, how the average win and loss looks. If this also looks good, guys, then we found really like a rock solid strategy. Anyway, with the low invest, what I have to do and the low percentage fee I have to pay, I'm giving this guy a chance to show me that he's really as good as it looks like. But let's check it out. Um, Sharp ratio here it looks very balanced. Hit rate, where is this hit rate? Hit rate within the performance, 72%, and very balanced risk reward. That looks really solid in my opinion. That looks really solid. And the drawdown is very, very big. So this is the one I would like to go with. Okay. So what we're doing right now, we have to copy. And to copy it, it's relatively simple. You go here and you see that the investor account equity is actually zero. This cannot be. You have to put your money on it that you can invest it in this one. So the first thing what we have to do now is we have to go back in our members area, um, make an internal transfer. Rodriguez is failed. Okay, then we have to go back to the accounts here. So then I need to make here like on this account, I need to make an internal transfer to the 68, and I transfer here now $100, and I send a request, check the balance, and you see that I've now here transferred $100 from my trading account to the investor account. Now I'm going back to the copy trading section, and now this is something very important what we are going now through. So please pay attention now, because this is the strategy we want. We go through the watch list again that we are really sure. Yes, this is the one that we want to have. So we are copying the strategy. And now you see the investor account equity does have the $100 there. So I would like to invest now here in this account $100. So you see a fixed multiplier because the guy is trading, or the signal provider, I'm not sure if it's a lady or a gentleman, he uses 3,400 as own funds. So the multiplier is 0.05. Yeah, so here the thing is that um, this our multiplier, our account is like only, you know, um, in the factor 0.05 connected to it. That means when he opens a lot, I'm taking 0.05 lots, for example. That's what it means. So you could have here a take profit still set. We could open the copy the open trades. I don't want to do that. I would like to start only with the with the new trades, and that's we can take a take profit or a stop loss. I would say no, we take the trades as they are going to be copied. I don't want to do anything else. This $100, yes, it's a risk now. This is a risk I have to take, right? So, and I'm sure about it. This is money which I believe that can be away from me, with the intention that here euro US dollar 1 minute, probably it's called a strategy. It's like that he tries to get more out of it. So in this perspective, I'm pressing here the copy. But one thing is important. What does it mean here, investment amount? What does it mean, the fixed multiplier account amount? If you want a deeper understanding, press here actually this information button. Press here and say, when subscribing to a strategy, depending on the investment amount, the multiplier will be calculated as following. The multiplier is the investment amount divided by the manager equity times the leverage of the investor divided by the leverage of the manager. And then we get to the multiplier. And the multiplier will automatically, this is important, adjust whenever there is a balanced transaction on the manager's account to maintain the proportionality of investment amount versus manager's new equity. Multiplier will be calculated as follows. Again, strategy equity, manager equity, leverage investor, and leverage manager. And then you have the example. What does it mean, what I just said, with all the mathematical functions? If the investor, me, is investing $1,000 and the strategy provider also has $1,000 on the account, then we have a multiplier of 1. That means that the position sizes traded by the strategy manager will be multiplied with 1. So 1 lot times 1 means 1 lot is copied on my account. Now the thing is, what happens if the trading strategy manager is increasing its amount? For example, he doubles it to 2000 as it is described here in the example. Then the multiplier is going from 1 to 0.5. That means now you're calculating the lot size the strategy manager provides to you is multiplied by 0.5. So if he trades a lot times 0.5 is half a lot, right? So when you remember for my account right now, it means if he's going to trade a lot, then he's trading it with 0.05 positions on my side, right? That's exactly, what's going to happen here. So, and in this moment, if everything goes fine, then it's the fixed multiplier, for example. And the fixed multiplier, you can say, I would like to copy the trades one by one. If you copy the trades one by one, that means that even of a smaller account size, you get the same position size. And that could lead into an over leverage, of course, right? It could really lead into an over leverage what you are getting. So meaning, for example, you are having 1000, the manager has 1000, the multiplier of 1 will always stay 1. Yeah. And then a few minutes later, the manager deposits an extra 1000 in his account, bringing his equity to 2000. The investor will continue to open positions with the same volume as that of the manager. Yeah, assuming that he has enough free margin. So when the manager increases his account and then suddenly trades 2 lots, but your account stays on the same amount, you also trade 2 lots. Yeah, so you're always trading the same size. That's it. That's actually it on the other hand, right? That's all. So, and then you can still read here a little bit about the multiplier details and so on. And if you are done and it is fine, so we have now 100, we take an investment amount, so we're letting it calculate down. So the question is, what happens, when he trades a volume of 0.06 and we have a multiplier of 0.05. So I'm wondering if at all we get a trade opened. But this we would have to check. So now we're copying it and it's successfully copied, right? That's already all. So then we see here the latest social post. Let's see what he wrote there. Search about my strategies. Um, it's if anyone interested in my strategy, first strategy with high risk, need minimum $100 to avoid any problems with copy trades. Second strategy with low risk, Raya Euro US dollar. We can look at for this strategy as well. What this is a strategy for ES2. Then we need a minimum of 350 to avoid any problems with copy trade. Important point, you must continue this strategy all time and not close any orders manually. If you need to make good profit with low risk, with my strategy account, high risk invest with me buy strategy account Euro US dollar 1M. This is what we have right now. So he has still another strategy that we can look at. What is it about? Yeah, so here we see he makes um, let me say, a low risk strategy, and he makes approximately 5. Yeah, he makes here also a little bit of losing months, very little losing months, and but he's trading it here as well, relatively relatively good, has a good hit rate again. The risk is relatively okay. The average loss is $2, average win is $5. So he has really, really good, a good risk management here as well in place, and he has a risk score of 4. you know, and that's it. So now when we're looking in our portfolio, then we're having um, here, you see that our uh, strategy that we are having, we are copying it with a multiplier. We have no open positions. You see the fees, you see what you paid to the strategy provider, and you see the status active. And if you look at it, you can pause the strategy, you can exit the strategy. You can learn from it later on. If you're seeing the trades, you can control what kind of trades the trader did and all these kind of things. This is everything what you find here: closed profits, open profits, and so on. Yeah, that's all what you can actually find here in this strategy overview in your portfolio actually. And that easy it is, so you have now, for example, and if you say, okay, we have now one strategy, euro US dollar, I want to mix still something in, I would like to have really a copy trading mix, then you go out and say, hey, look at that, solo leveling 33%. We can maybe go with low drawdowns, for example, where we are having a low drawdowns here, low drawdown strategies. You see, low drawdown strategies, you're finding here many of them. 14% drawdown, a 20% fee. It's a no-go for me, right? This is the threshold where I don't want to participate anymore. Then we are having here like a 10% fee, 14%, no investment so far. Here we have grow wealth. That's good. It sounds good at least. Let's check it out. And you could mix it in 2 months so far only. Hit rate looks 70% hit rate so far. That looks not too bad. Risk 250 to 198. That looks also relatively good. Risk score is like 4. That looks pretty good actually, right? So he has some open trades right now as well. Closed trades, you see, he did quite some closing in profit. It's an algorithm, and that's it. So then you can do really still here some strategy research and think what I can still put on top of my portfolios, or how I can still put anything else on my portfolio. So you could go as well and say, hey, I'm looking for actually all strategies, and I look in the crypto area. I would like to still have some crypto fun here. And then you see this one here could be an interesting. The drawdown is 50%. This is a little bit high. But let's look at it. So if this guy, he's trading it algorithmic as well. He trades like Solana and Ripple. And when we're looking in all-time high, he made 4% so far. And you see that he has like really like winning months and losing months. And the losing months was even overcoming like the winning months. So in total he makes 4%. Huh, I don't know. I don't feel good with it. So I rather don't want to invest in this one. But maybe we find still something here. Um, Dr. MSI strategy, all-time high 8%. He just started right now, so here we would have to give him a little bit of time still. He wins 98% of the trades. Um, and he has a good average profit and a good average loss. That looks not too bad. But we need to give him a little bit time still because he just started. So to get a little bit more statistics, right? So what else we have in crypto area? Mr. Pullback, drawdown 23%. He makes in this month's -3. Yeah, it's like also 17% minus here at this very moment. Yeah, it's a little bit, too much in terms of like the profits he did, right? So really the drawdown much bigger. So Mr. Pullback also, he needs to prove us still a little bit more. Hit rate is 67%. And he's also like turning around the risk reward. So no, makes no sense in my opinion here at this very moment. There we have to give him a little bit time still to find us some really good opportunities still. So what else we can filter actually is when we go to copy trading back, you could also go, okay, I would like to have still some index strategy, maybe from all. or strategies, indices, what we're having here. And you see, there is maybe one guy which is relatively good with 102%. The risk is relatively high. Beside of this month 13%. That looks not too bad. Yeah, 5% all over the time. That's too little for me. I don't want this as well. So you see, it's not that simple. You have to find yourself criteria, what you want to look at, and then make a workflow out of it.